headline sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
In the headlines, Medicinal Cannabis Cultivation Company launches here today. Grenada public sector unions turned down the government's 4% wage increase offer. Rights group Amnesty International alleges extrajudicial killings in Bangladesh as part of the government's war on drugs. And in sports, Vinci Heat defeats Nicaragua to remain at the top of the table in Group D in CONCACAF Nations League. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV's News and Sports for Friday, November the 15th, 2019. I am Bavinor there with the details. Green Lava Labs, a newly formed medicinal cannabis cultivation company, was officially granted permission to operate in SVG, having successfully gone through inspections carried out by the SVG Medicinal Cannabis Authority. Today's launching ceremony took place at Green Lava Labs farm in Vermont on the leeward side of the island. CEO of the Medicinal Cannabis Authority, Dr. Gerald Thompson, said he is pleased with the work of the company, which received its Class C license in July this year.
I'm very pleased that, all the companies have to seek permission to start actually putting cannabis plants in the ground. Some may have already done so from the process of experimentation and research. I think Green Lava would have been one of those. But in terms of now, we can officially, I have the letter in my hand, signed, giving Green Lava the permission to now go ahead for full-scale operations because they have passed the test, they've done the work. And I must say, even though the road coming here is a little perilous, and I want to say that I am thoroughly impressed with the operations, Green Lava. You should be very proud.
Chief Operating Officer Lindsay LaBelle says the company will provide assistance to other local farmers groups in the medicinal cannabis industry.
Great to us. We're really proud to be here and recognize all the hard work the MCA has done to get this going, which is a game changer in the world because you guys are one of the few countries in the world that have done this, and rightfully so. Since day one, we had a guy named Ronald Providence who's showed us around the whole country, and he's one of the most resourceful people I've ever met. I'd like to thank Ronald and his partner Dylan. They've been great to us. We'll be proud to sign an agreement with Farmer Solution, their company, today for the 10%, along with the Griggs Rastafarian.
The company will be allowed to extract, import, export, dispense, and cultivate marijuana. However, initially, they will be allowed to start with 5 acres in the first year and eventually will increase to 25 acres of land under marijuana cultivation for medical purposes. Minister of Agriculture Sabocha Caesar said he is particularly pleased that locals were taken on board to work with the company, which he also praised for investing in a new industry here in SVG.
Not a no-come group. Green Lava was there from the period of the consultations. When we went to the select committee, Green Lava was there. When we went into the villages, Green Lava was also there. When we wanted technical support, Green Lava was also there. So Green Lava is not a company that came after the whole industry was established. And one of the reasons I really want to recognize this, if it did not happen, they would have lost thousands of dollars that they would have invested, because you came in before the legislation and you are not certain if the legislation was going to be passed and accepted. And I really want to show the appreciation for that.
Green Lava Labs will continue to be monitored and inspected by the SVG Medicinal Cannabis Authority. Officers serving with the Royal St. Vincent and Grenadines Police Force have been urged to find their purpose and served with the best of their abilities. The encouragement came from Reverend Adolph Davis at the Elson Richardson Memorial Lecture, hosted last evening by the RSVG Police Force and the Police Welfare Association. Reverend Davis said that police officers have a purpose and it goes hand in hand with the law, which they must uphold.
In this thing, you're far more able to deal with crime problems and address things. But when everybody feels them in their own corner, you in your own corner and I in mine, you are not able to be as effective in addressing and enabling orderliness. You see, this principle is a very fundamental principle to how we must exist. You are not just a police officer with a badge and a baton or a gun. You are a part of a bigger picture that represents a world created for order, with order, in order. And that's what your function is here for. And if you don't have a sense of that purpose, that you are part of an ordered world for order, then you become part of the chaos and confusion. If you don't appreciate that you are part of an ordered world, which is also a part of a moral world, then you contribute to the immorality and the breakdown in our society.
The lecture was held under the theme, Honoring the Fallen and Brave. Deputy Police Commissioner Frankie Joseph said that Elson Richardson was a very good investigator whose life was snuffed out at the peak of his career.
This brave and competent police officer had a very promising future ahead of him. But after serving for 16 solid years in the organization that he loved, his life was senselessly taken away from us. It was 15 years ago on today's date, on a Sunday night, when the police force received the shocking news that P.C. Richardson was killed. What made it more painful was that his death was not by accident or misadventure, but through malice and intent. His killer was convicted in the Lockwood's and is now serving his sentence at Her Majesty's Prison for his crime.
Chairman of the Police Welfare Association, Station Sergeant Brenton Smith, said that as the police reflect on the life of the fallen, meaningful reflection must also be given to those who continue to serve the organization with pride.
It also gave us an indication on how we as police officers, both at the hierarchy and ordinary level, viewed his death. What did we do different as an organization? What security measures did we put in place? Have we as an organization embraced human and citizen security in our dwellings? These are questions that we all must ask ourselves.
Increase in maternity leave, having paternity leave, and balancing family life and work were some of the suggestions made to members of the SVG Teachers Union by lawyer Zita Barnwell, who delivered a feature address at the rally held today to culminate Teachers Solidarity Week. The annual Teachers March and Rally was held under the theme, Vincentian Educators and SVG-TU taking the lead. Barnwell said that teachers are educators of the nation's youth, hence they need to be treated with the utmost respect.
The union must therefore ensure that it successfully negotiates good terms for improving family life of its teachers. lead the way in helping teachers to create stable foundations for family. And one way I would suggest for doing so is to increase maternity leave. Perhaps the union can say that by 2030, teachers must get 1 year maternity leave. And so also to ensure that gender equity takes place, the union should increase the number of months for paternity leave.
Barnwell added that consideration must be made for single-parent-headed homes and proper bargaining must be done on their behalf.
One of the stark realities of teaching is that more than 69% of teachers are women. Many homes in St. Vincent and the Grenadines are single-headed and single-headed by females, and many of you are teachers. So the question is, how do we ensure that the personal and professional challenges faced by single-parent teachers are treated with special care and concern?
Meanwhile, President of the SVG Teachers Union, Wendy Bino, said the Solidarity Week is a time of reflection on the historic 1975 strike by teachers who stood up for their rights, and this must not be forgotten.
It is a time for us to reflect and a time for us to remember our heroes who made the sacrifices, who took the lead when they were arrested, tear gas, fired, transferred. And I want to leave you with this quote: if you're not at the table, you are on the menu.
Foot care practitioner in the Ministry of Health, Janice Oliver Crease, said a major health complication with diabetes foot is foot ulcers and urges those with the condition to always wear comfortable footwear to avoid damaging their feet and toes, which can cause a foot ulcer. Speaking at a symposium hosted yesterday by the SVG Diabetes and Hypertensive Association in commemoration of World Diabetes Day, Sister Crease said that it is estimated that in every second a diabetic extremity is being amputated worldwide due to complications of diabetes and secondary foot ulcers.
Diabetic foot ulcer is not only a patient problem or a client problem, but also a major healthcare concern throughout the world. So not only in St. Vincent alone. Diabetic foot ulcer is one of the common and serious complications of diabetic patients. So sometimes it starts by your toe, where you can traumatize your toe. And that is why I always say, do not walk bare feet. Do not walk with your toes exposed, because you are exposed to trauma.
The foot care practitioner said a foot ulcer can cause a person to be in a hospital for a long period of time, which can lead to depression and a burden on the patient's family.
The family members also have been affected because they have to visit you regularly in the hospital. Let's look at it to see how expensive it is. Traveling to where you live in, to come to the hospital, maybe to pick up your dirty linens, to wash them and to bring them back to you. It costs for money. It costs for time. Now the person might have a job. Now the employer might not even want to give them any time to even run to the hospital to job something from you and pick it up. So if you look at it, it affects everybody all around. It's a complete circle. 365, it's a complete circle. Because the person going to say, but every minute you're asking me for time for go hospital. Boss, my mommy in the hospital, my daddy in the hospital, my husband in the hospital, my wife in the hospital. I need some time to go. But at the same time, you have to realize that that's your daily bread.
World Diabetes Day 2019 was observed yesterday under the theme, The Family and Diabetes, with the tagline, Diabetes, Protect Your Family. National Science and Technology Fair wraps up today with participants encouraged to harness their skills to further develop SVG. This and other stories coming up when we return with more local news.
The local news sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
C-Star Limited is now located on the third floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products and furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs the first St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. C-Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We are constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction, and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home.
Breaking news! The greatest tile sale in the history of St. Vincent is back. With more, here's Thin Setment Rowdy Face.
Thanks, Juan. Yes, free tiles for Christmas is back at Island Style Interiors, and there's real excitement in the air. Get this, buy 100 tiles at the regular price and get up to the next 25 tiles absolutely free.
Wow, that is a great deal.
Sure is, Juan. My wife's making me buy tiles right now before they sell out.
Thin Set? Oh well, this is Juan Cool Guy signing off and heading to Island Style in Arnos Vale for free tiles! Wait for me! Yay!
Kidney disease is a growing concern around the world and here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Chronic kidney disease is a life-threatening condition which occurs when a person's kidneys are no longer able to clean the toxins and waste products from the blood or perform other kidney functions normally. When this happens, a person needs dialysis. Dialysis is where a machine takes over the function of the kidney and safely removes the poisonous waste from the blood. Since 2012, Health Solutions Inc. has operated a full-service hemodialysis facility in SVG that offers state-of-the-art equipment, courteous, well-trained staff, and a comfortable treatment environment.
We're encouraging for early detection. Anyone who is either diabetic or hypertensive and has any questions or concerns, please contact us at 784-451-2836 or visit us at www.healthsolutionssvg.org.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting. For people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
This holiday season, it's the perfect time of the year to spend with the ones you love and show them exactly how you feel. Making the most of the season. So where do you find all you need to make this season the best one ever? It's Quartz, actually. Bringing value home.
A vast cross-section of Vincentian consumers decry the abuse they experience from businesses, be it banks' imposition of user fees, utility companies, internet, cable, funeral services, supermarkets, and more. Are these fees justified, or are Vincentians being overcharged? Who, if anyone, is looking out for the consumer's needs? What protections are in place to facilitate improvement and redress? Is customer service in SVG a priority? Join our live program, The Viewpoint, on Sunday, November 17th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on SVG-TV and Magic 103.7. Or view our live Facebook stream on SVG-TV News and be a part of the discussion by calling the hotline 458-0088 or WhatsApp 530-8962. Moderator, Mr. Ronnie Daniel. Panel, Mr. Nathaniel Williams, former Director of Trade. Mr. Anthony Regisford, Executive Director of the SVG Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Mr. Romel Currency, Officer 2 in the Ministry of Trade. Sponsors: General and Maritime Agency, Joseph da Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home, the Cruise Ship Terminal, Sol SVG Limited, LA Unique Upholstery, Fanfare SVG, and Supreme Trading. The Viewpoint, sharing our thoughts, speaking our truth. Welcome back. The nation's youth have been encouraged to maintain their love of science and problem-solving skills to help further develop SVG. This encouragement comes from Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Deborah Charles, at today's prize-giving ceremony of the 2019 Science and Technology Fair. Over 30 schools, including primary, secondary, participated in this year's fair, with 4 persons in the open category. At today's prize-giving ceremony, several medals and trophies were handed out at the outstanding individuals and groups. The top 3 spots in the primary schools category went to the Lower Bay Primary, the St. Martin's Roman Catholic, and the Lodge Village Government School. The top 3 secondary schools are the St. Martin Secondary, the Stanley Bay Government, and the Bishop's College, Kingston. Permanent Secretary Charles said she was impressed by the creativity shown by the youth and encouraged them to continue on their path so that they can make their contribution to the development of SVG.
As we look at the theme for this year's fair, turning problems into opportunities, and the projects that were displayed, you would agree with me that students dabbling with the scientific process to advance local issues is heartwarming, and you would have heard that by the speakers that preceded me. The over 300 students from primary and the secondary school levels have exhibited their projects this week really showed their abilities to address real-life problems. I want to encourage you, students, to continue on the path of scientific solutions. It is only in this way that you can advance and make this country a better place.
Charles noted that teachers have a profound impact on the overall development of the nation's youth and thanked them for their hard work.
The support and the commitment of our teachers, who have been and are the main pillars on which the rest of the foundations and the quality of education lie. Thus, we extend to the teachers and the principals and the parents of the students as well our warmest congratulations for your participation in this fair. Students, we thank you, because without you, without your projects here today, there would be no fair. May you continue to explore and to create so that one day you too can be added to the world's list of inventors who turn the problems into opportunities.
Delivering the judge's assessment was the fair's coordinator, Juanita Hunt King, who said despite a few setbacks, the judging was done early and that many students were well prepared for the fair.
Also reported that students were better prepared as a result of how they presented themselves and their projects. They did so very well. A few judges, however, felt that a few schools did not do enough to orient their students to the judging criteria, even after having it 1 year in advance. The secondary and open categories were judged on the 13th of November. 24 judges comprising education officers, retired teachers and scientists working at various ministries in the government and other institutions served on the day. A total of 128 projects were judged in 1 day with time to spare. Way to go, judges. A few judges reported that they enjoyed the experience, and though it was tedious at times, the reward was in seeing the efforts of the students and the participants. One judge suggested that we immortalize some of this year's entries in a magazine or calendar.
The unique talent and skills of persons benefiting from technical vocational education training (TVET) were on full display today at an exhibition hosted by the Sector Skills Development Agency at the Heritage Square. Over 20 exhibitors involved in a wide variety of fields such as woodwork, electrical and solar installation, as well as the culinary arts from various technical institutes and other training centers took part in today's exhibition. Director of the National Qualifications Department, the Secretariat of the Sector Skills Development Agency, Kenroy Cattels, said the exhibition was designed to help build a greater relationship between the public, TVET institutions and students. Cattels said TVET is important to the development of the nation and the exhibition can help to promote TVET nationwide.
We have persons from training institutions here. We have over 20-something exhibitors from training institution, the college, the technical institutes, ACE. We have from the Invest SVG. We have a number of other entities, private and public stakeholders who are exhibiting here today. So the whole thing is to let the public become more aware of the importance of TVET in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's no more that perception where you can't learn, so you do something, you do a skill. Skills are not just for persons who cannot learn, it is for persons who want to excel. You don't build a car with no academic competence. So you have to have the academics mixed with the technical and the practical approach in order to be creative in developing and producing. Because one of the things that's going to build the economy is being able to produce. And the more of our citizens we get to be able to produce, giving them a skill and so on, is the more that our economy is going to grow. So this month, the theme is technical and vocational education and training, improving the employability of youths and adults for the Vincentian economy, for sustainability in the Vincentian economy and beyond.
Cattell said the exhibition also allows the exhibitors to display their skills to potential employers and investors.
I think it's very good because the public themselves would know the opportunities that exist within TVET. The employers would know what are some of the things being done, and we can have more linkages. You know, that networking that is required between our trainees, the training institutions and the employers, because this is where we are looking at. We need our persons to be attached to employers so that they can be easily transfer or transition from an education, a classroom setting into the real world of work. So we are doing this also to form a closer bond with the employers. So we hope that they're going to come out and take advantage of what is being exhibited here today, find out how they can help, and because the more we develop these skills, is the better for the employers.
TVET in the past carried with it a stigma, and Cattell said given the support at today's exhibition, that mindset seemed to be changing and highlighted some of the areas in advancement in TVET.
So yes, I think the concept that TVET is no more just for people who can't use their brain and could only use their hand. That is slowly erasing, and we know that the government is 100% behind, developing TVET at different levels. We have at the college, we have at ACE, we have at the Technical Institute, and TVET goes into university. In fact, there are university graduates who want to get into skill training and so on as well. So it's no more that sort of perception that, boy, it's a menial kind of a stuff, and if you can't cope academic, you go technical. We are saying no. We need our brilliant minds, our academic minds, to be involved in technical, and we can produce more. We can manufacture more in St. Vincent, and that's what we are looking for.
Her Majesty's Prisons, the Ministries of Education and National Mobilization, along with Team Athletics SVG, will be benefited from a large amount of resources handed over today by the Agents of Change organization. Representative of the organization, Othniel James, said that they are committed to make SVG a better place, noting that some years ago he was given a vision by God to work with the prisoners and to help their families, especially those who are less fortunate.
By we being so faithful to that vision, by helping the least of them. He says, when you help the least of them, you do it unto him. God has opened up tremendous doors for us in Canada. We do not even have the capacity to bring this stuff here to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, okay? Right now we can fill at least 2-3 containers of stuffs to bring here to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But by God's grace, we are in the process of doing as much as we can. So we are here to work with the prison department primarily. We are also here to work with the medical Ministry of Health, also mobilization, and also the Ministry of Education. All right? So as we have these materials to supply this great nation of ours, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I also want to extend thanks to few of our sponsors in North America who, without them, we would not be able to make it possible to bring these stuffs in.
Superintendent of Prisons Brenton Charles said that the donation will go a long way in helping to alleviate some of the prisoners' stress of not being able to support their families while behind bars. Representatives of the other recipients also expressed gratitude to the agents of change for their donation.
I think it would go a long way in assisting our men and women who are in prison. Naturally, when you're in prison, you can't earn. And very often you have loved ones, and most of the time children who are left behind, or maybe an elderly parent. And they, can't fend for themselves as they really should. And it's really good when organizations, individuals, see the need to assist.
I wish to express heartfelt gratitude to the agents of change for the donation to the ministry for our clients, the most vulnerable in our society.
On behalf of Team Athletics SVG, and a personal thank you from all athletes, coaches, parents especially, we would like to say a heartfelt thank you. It is blissful to see that there are still organizations throughout the world giving back.
When you give sincerely, you can ask for better. And I am not even looking at the quantum. I don't even cast them as to what the ministry is receiving. Because as the pastor said, God bless those who give. And he also bless those who receive. So I am not going to look at the quantum. I'm going to look at the thought.
We are ever so grateful for any action of gratitude from our citizens. And we are even more appreciative when those citizens are not going to be direct recipients of the care that we give.
Christmas is known as a season for caring, sharing, and celebrating the birth of Christ. However, this season usually attracts criminal activities, which the police have been trying to crack down through a number of measures. One of such measures is to educate the public on how they can safeguard themselves and property from criminal elements through the annual Crime Prevention Exhibition. This year's exhibition will be held on December 6th and will again feature security options available to the public, as well as health and safety information. Corporal attached to the CID IT department of the RSVG Police Force, Sion Choi, said this year the Crime Prevention Exhibition will be expanded to cover issues such as sexual offenses.
The Ministry of National Mobilization going to collaborate with us in our exhibition because we know that we have a lot of domestic violence, child abuse, sexual abuse. So this time they're going to collaborate with us. It's going to be a fantastic day. And we're going to have even the sexual offenses unit going to be there. They have personnel will be assigned from Ministry of National Mobilization. For example, the director, Miss Kwame Harris, she's going to be there. The director, she's the driving force behind of that. They also have a week of activities. But on that day, they will collaborate with us in showcasing the pamphlets, the flyers, and even speaking on that day at our exhibition and advise the public the do and don'ts and how to report and what to do if you are a victim of any of those abuse.
SVG and other ECCB member states have recently rolled out the new polymer EC dollar notes currently in circulation. Corporal Choice says several officers have received training in the security features of the polymer notes, and they will be on hand at the exhibition to provide the necessary information to persons.
CID. We're going to have our very own ASV Hezron Ballantyne going to be there showcasing security features on the new polymer notes. I know it's a new feature that person not familiar with, so we expecting person to come out to detect the new notes, the new EC currency that's newly launched from the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. And ASC Ballantyne recently returned from an extended week training on the polymer notes, so lots of knowledge, lots of person going to be giving information on that day. So we invite the general public to come out, support us in that venture to protect the citizens and visitors alike, because the theme for the exhibition is securing citizens and visitors through innovative policing. So we look in the holistic approach to solve crime in this age.
Pickpocketed and burglaries are also issues of concern during the Christmas season, and Corporal Choice shared some advice with the public on how they can avoid being a victim of such crimes.
There's a lot of pickpockets and burglary, theft does be happening around the time. So we advise like vehicle owners, when you park your vehicle, do not leave valuables exposed on your seat that person can damage or break in your vehicle too. So we advise person do not do that. Secure these valuables. When you go and you have large amount of cash, we advise you to be discreet when you counting. If you go to the ATM, stay in the ATM, put aside your cash, don't exit the ATM and try to count the money on the outside. Person will be looking at you, and especially these times, they will be able to rob you or pull your purse, handbag. And on relates to handbag, we advise ladies, make sure you keep your handbag under your arm, in front of you, especially males. The wallets, we advise them to put them in the front pockets, especially in the busy street, in the middle street. We expect person to be vigilant and be alert as you travel through the country.
Grenada's public sector unions turned down the government's 4% wage increase offer. This from the region when we return. Stay with us.
What's a local news segment? The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Ever-Ready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Ever-Ready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Ever-Ready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, drink today. Juicy, same great taste. Juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy. Tourism is for me. Tourism is for you. Tourism is everyone's business. Yeah, live it, love it, embrace it.
The tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport will be the venue for the biggest political party celebration in our nation's history. This Sunday, November 17th, the Unity Labour Party says, let's get busy.
Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights.
Lift up that beat. It's a mammoth celebration of a party continuing to push steadily forward. 25 years of constant building. It's the ULP Silver Anniversary. Comrades of Labor, come out in your red and be a part of another chapter in our party's history as we busy ourselves towards the next milestone. The ULP 5th term in government. 5 in a row. Forward we go. There'll be celebratory speeches from our comrade leader, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph E. Gonsalves and other members of the party. And look out for the best in local artists from the campaign trail. And to bring the curtains down on the celebration, we welcome back the dynamic reggae recording artist, Busy Signal.
It's been a long time. We don't have no vibe like this. Reggae music again.
Comrades of labor, come out, let's celebrate, let's get busy. This Sunday, we rally together from 5 p.m. The usual transportation arrangements will be in place through your constituency councils. It's the ULP 25th Anniversary Rally on the tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport, an ocean of red. This Sunday, Comrades of Labor, let's get busy.
It's a wonderful feeling. A wonderful feeling.
Singer is a family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances. TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture. Right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses. Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store that gives you the best hire purchase deals. Right here at Singer. We'll outfit your home. Right here at Singer. The #1 family store. It's us with Singer.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prizes to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner, turn your own keys. Set for life.
It's stylelicious here at Quartz Optical. The best in style and designs for your perfect frame. Converse, Ray-Bans, Kate Spade, Prada, and lots more. Buy any frames and lenses and get a chance to win $2,000 cash. Get it now and pay nothing for 60 days with ready finance. Only at Quartz Optical, the largest and fastest growing optical chain in the Caribbean. Visit our website at www.optical.com to book your appointment today. Offer ends November 24th, 2019.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome back. In the news from the region, we hear that the Guyana Public Service Union on Thursday refused to accept the government's offer of a 4% wage increase over the next 3 years, beginning in January 2020. The Grenada Teachers Union accepted the offer and inked the agreement with the government negotiation team yesterday. However, as we hear in this GBN News report, the union says all things considered, they are not prepared to accept anything less than 5%.
Round of talks followed a deadlock declaration by the government's negotiating team in October. On Thursday, parties met to decide on the way forward. However, according to Trades Union Council President Andre Lewis and Public Workers Union President Rachel Roberts, in light of a number of increases due in 2020, they are unable to accept government's 4% offer.
The union currently at 5%. We have revised our offer, our proposal. We have rejected the 4% for the reasons that we advanced inside there.
We anxiously await the results of the Labour Commissioner's intervention because we would always want to get the best for our members.
Lewis says this is based on a number of factors.
So if you add 1% inflation, 1% NIS, and NHI, you're already over 3%, which would be a reduction on the 4% the government has offered.
We know that we have the impending NHI, and we know that our NIS would be going up. So we looked at all those things, took all of them into consideration, and we determined that 5% was a reasonable figure. Even if the government decided that it wanted to give a 4%, we still felt 5%, and we laid it on the table.
The matter has been sent to the Labour Commissioner for further deliberation.
Rights group Amnesty International alleges extrajudicial killings in Bangladesh as part of the government's war on drugs. This from the international scene when we return. Stay with us.
That was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors and children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at QCare Pharmacy. QCare leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. QCare Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
Still going to town for hardware? No, you don't need to. Pinchers Hardware in Pembroke. It's your one-stop shop for all your hardware needs. We stock building materials, blocks, sand, and stones. Also plumbing and electrical fittings. We have automotive supplies too. And to make things easy, we will deliver to your location. Come on in or simply call us at 458-7591 or 533-1576. We are open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pinchers Hardware, located in Pembroke, where quality meets price.
Courts Ready Cash is having the biggest cash loan sale of the year. Interest rate slashed by over 20% just in time for your Black Friday and Christmas shopping. Unbelievable rates and hassle-free service. It's our biggest loan sale of the year just for you. And that's not all. No security required. Get cash within 24 hours or apply online at readyfinancecaribbean.com. Dare to compare? Act now. Offer ends November 29th. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Carez Distribution Limited.
For over 60 years, we have sought only the best beans grown in the lush hills of the Andean mountains of Colombia.
Cold Cafe.
We carefully select only the very best beans and roast them to delicious perfection by our experienced roast masters.
Cold Cafe.
Cold Cafe treats you to one of the finest coffees in the world, available in classic and decaffeinated. A rich flavor and aroma that can only come from 100% 100% Colombian coffee. Cold Cafe. Indulge yourself in our delicious cappuccinos available in classic mocha and French vanilla. Enjoy them hot to warm your soul or cool to cool you down. Either way, they are incredibly satisfying. So go ahead, enjoy Cold Cafe and treat yourself.
Let's go further afield now. Rights group Amnesty International has alleged that extrajudicial killings are taking place in Bangladesh as part of the government's war on drugs. The group says law enforcement agencies have allegedly committed 466 suspected extrajudicial killings in 2018. That's a charge the government denies as it cracks down on drugs. It says the war on drugs will continue. We hear more in this report.
In May last year, Mukta Akhtar gave birth to a boy. She felt there was much to celebrate and planned a family gathering, but her own father wasn't there. He had been picked up by police 3 days earlier. She found his body in a morgue at a medical college in Dhaka. He'd been repeatedly shot. Police say he was killed in a shootout with them.
I didn't get to see him for the last time, but he wanted to talk to me. Fate did not allow that. We brought the body home after the police post-mortem right before the evening prayers.
There are many similar cases, reports of people being forcibly disappeared by security forces and then found dead. Killed in gunfights, according to police. This video is of Mansoor Sheikh, a small-time drug dealer when he was out in bail. This woman, who asks not to be identified, tells us what she knows.
When he was detained previously, he was shot in the leg twice by the police in custody. He was supposed to appear before the court on August 23rd last year, and he was on his way to the court, but the police informed us that he was killed in an encounter later that day.
The war on drugs in Bangladesh has led to the death of at least one person a day. A report from Amnesty International has accused the law enforcement agencies of enforced disappearances and fabrications of evidence related to these suspected cases of extrajudicial killings. Al Jazeera's request for an on-camera interview was declined by the Bangladesh Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan. Instead, his office gave a statement over the phone which said, "We think the latest Amnesty report is biased and it is their own making. We strictly follow the rules of engagement during our operation against drug dealers. The current government does not believe in any extrajudicial killings. Our drive against drug will continue." Other human rights groups and professionals say evidence of wrongdoing by security forces is building.
General impression certainly is that this extrajudicial killing is going on in the for the so-called anti-drug drive of the government, instead of arresting people and putting them through the criminal justice process. I mean, on the average, we are all aware at least one person is killed every day. And not only for this drug, I mean, this extrajudicial killing, it's been going on since late 2002.
Like Mukta Akhtar, many people say they have lost their loved ones and there is no legal follow-up. No one's been held to account for the killings, and the body count is growing. The war on drugs in Bangladesh appears far from over, and many here say they're concerned about what the future holds.
Well, that's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Cannabis Distribution Limited.
Let's go! Turn up the fun!
With Chocolisto and its great flavor, enriched with vitamins and minerals that help you grow.
Chocolisto makes you big and strong.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Budgemart's Big Sellout is back with the best deals for you. 3-liter classic kettle was $47.95, now $35.95. Wok pan with glass lid was $80, now $60. Juice jug with glasses was $14.65, now $11. 6-piece bathroom set was $60.50, now $45. Water jug with glasses, now only $18.95. Animal pancake pan was $10, now only $7.50. Real deals, real savings, and no gimmicks. All these deals and more at Budgemart. When every dollar counts, shop at Budgemart.
Let's now take a look at the local weather conditions. Conditions partly cloudy. Winds north at 7 kilometers per hour. Temperature 26.8 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 82%. Barometric pressure 1009.2 millibars. 24-hour rainfall 4 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature 29.6 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature 24.2 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 5:34 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 6:04 a.m. Forecast partly cloudy to cloudy, fair to partly cloudy with a few isolated showers. Synopsis: a weak surface to mid-level high ridge pattern is a dominant feature.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Budgemart's Big Sellout is back and still has the best deals. Baguette bread pans, now only $29.95. 5-piece cake pan set was $84.90, now $63.70. 4-piece non-stick cake pan set was $55, now $39.60. 3-piece non-stick pan set was $29.20, now $21.90. Short motion bins was $297.55, now $223.15. 6-piece aluminum pot set was $4.50, now $3.50. Tall motion bin was $423.64, now $317.75. Real deals, real savings, and no gimmicks. When every dollar counts, shop at Budgemart.
The tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport will be the venue for the biggest political party celebration in our nation's history. This Sunday, November 17th, the Unity Labour Party says, let's get busy!
Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights.
Lift up that beat. It's a mammoth celebration of a party continuing to push steadily forward. 25 years of constant building. It's the ULP Silver Anniversary. Comrades of Labor, come out in your red and be a part of another chapter in our party's history as we busy ourselves towards the next milestone. The ULP 5th term in government. 5 in a row. Forward we go. There'll be celebratory speeches from our comrade leader, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph E. Gonsalves, and other members of the party. And look out for the best in local artists from the campaign trail. And to bring the curtains down on the celebration, we welcome back the dynamic reggae recording artist, Busy Signal.
Boy, it's been a long time. We don't have no vibe like this. Reggae music again.
Comrades of Labor, come out. Let's celebrate. Let's get busy. This Sunday, we rally together from 5 p.m. The usual transportation arrangements will be in place through your constituency councils. It's the ULP 25th Anniversary Rally on the tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport, an ocean of red. This Sunday, Comrades of Labor, let's get busy.
It's a wonderful feeling. A wonderful feeling.
Welcome to Finishing and Furnishing, where a warm and friendly staff awaits you. At Finishing and Furnishing, you feel like you're in a home away from home. You will find a wide range of bedroom, living room, and appliances displayed in a stunning setting. When dealing with furniture, you need to take into consideration the colors of your room. That's why at our Penta Studio, we supply the best in interior and exterior paints. Have wooden furniture? Well, we also have stains, sealers, lacquers to get that matte or gloss finish of your desire. So give us a call at 457-2206 and come on down to Finishing and Furnishing today and start building the home of your dreams.
Welcome to the evening sports. SVG's senior men's football team, Vincy Heat, defeated Nicaragua to remain at the top of the table in Group D of the League B in the 2019 CONCACAF Nations League. At the end of the play at the Arnoldsville playing field, Vincy Heat scored one goal while Nicaragua was unable to convert. The lone goal was converted in the 60th minute for Vincy Heat by Javin Sutherland. Vincy Heat is expected to meet Dominica in their 6th-round match on Monday, November the 18th at Windsor Park Roseau in Dominica. West Indies women's 7-wicket loss to India at Providence on Wednesday meant the visitors took an unassailable 3-0 lead in their 5-match T20 series. Choosing to bat, the West Indies women were blown away, only managing 59 for 9 in their 20 overs. Despite a small stutter, India had no problem chasing down a total, getting to 60-3 in 16.4 overs. When the West Indies women bat, only Shadan Nation and Chinelle Henry, who both made 11, managed double figures against the all-round bowling performance from India. There was a scare for the Indians when they went to bat, with Shafali Verma went for a duck on her opening partner. Shimri Mahindra only managed 3. Kaur and Jemima Rodriguez came together and tried to stabilize the innings. Kaur only managed 7 but stayed long enough for Rodriguez to take the Indians close. Rodriguez would go on to score an unbeaten 40, while Sharma would also carry her bat with 7 not out. India had won the first T20 by 84 runs before taking a 2-0 lead after a 10-wicket win last Sunday. The final 2 games of the series will be played in Providence on Sunday and again next Wednesday. Meanwhile, West Indies women's captain Stephanie Taylor said she is eagerly anticipating playing in the 2019 edition of the Court Women's T20 Grand Slam franchise tournament in Trinidad and Tobago. Taylor will line up for the Southern Titans in this year's tournament, which bowls off in December 3rd with the grand final on December the 13th. And West Indies captain said December 3rd cannot come fast enough. Taylor currently ranked at number 3 all-rounder in the world and number 4 in batters list. Hopes that the tournament can invigorate further interest in women's game from players, fans and sponsors alike. She commended the Trinidad and Tobago's Women's Cricket Association for the initiative, as well as Cricket West Indies for providing further support. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112. There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up. Start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The body moves in many expressive ways. The freedom of movement is often taken for granted until that freedom is restricted by pain. Myers Pain Kill Gel is scientifically formulated to alleviate muscle and joint inflammation. With this gel, you can target the pain in areas where it's needed the most. Bring the joy of movement back into your life with Myers Pain Kill Gel. Available at leading stores and pharmacies in SVG.
This holiday season, it's the perfect time of the year to spend with the ones you love and show them exactly how you feel. making the most of the season. So where do you find all you need to make this season the best one ever? It's Quartz, actually. Bringing value home.
Welcome back. In Group B of the Hiroon KCCU National Lotteries Authority Richland Park 9-a-side Football Championship, Greg's FC defeated Primetime 4-1 at the Richland Park Oval yesterday afternoon. Valdo Anderson scored 3 of the goals for Greg's FC, while the other was converted by Ose Delplesh. Primetime benefited from an own goal scored by Greg's FC. The championship will continue tomorrow afternoon at 4, when there will be another Group B match between Flick Wakanda and Beefy's Convenient Shop Highlanders Masters at the Richland Park Oval. And that's how we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
The tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport will be the venue for the biggest political party celebration in our nation's history. This Sunday, November 17th, the Unity Labour Party says, let's get busy!
Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights.
Lift up that beat. It's a mammoth celebration of a party continuing to push steadily forward. 25 years of constant building. It's the ULP Silver Anniversary. Comrades of Labor, come out in your red and be a part of another chapter in our party's history as we busy ourselves towards the next milestone. The ULP 5th term in government. 5 in a row. Forward we go. There'll be celebratory speeches from our comrade leader, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph E. Gonsalves, and other members of the party. And look out for the best in local artists from the campaign trail. And to bring the curtains down on the celebration, we welcome back the dynamic reggae recording artist, Busy Signal.
Boy, it's been a long time. We don't have no vibe like this. Reggae music again.
Comrades of Labor, come out. Let's celebrate. Let's get busy. This Sunday, we rally together from 5 p.m. The usual transportation arrangements will be in place through your constituency councils. It's the ULP 25th Anniversary Rally on the tarmac of the E.T. Joshua Airport, an ocean of red. This Sunday, Comrades of Labor, let's get busy.
It's a wonderful feeling. A wonderful feeling.
LA Unique Upholstery. Quality at a low cost. We build to suit your needs. Contact us at Redemption Shops 457-0182 or Stony Grungs 453-2089.
Set for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. So play as much as you can. Monthly prices to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner. Turn your own keys. Set for life.
It's stylelicious here at Quartz Optical. The best in style and designs for your perfect frame. Converse, Ray-Bans, Kate Spade, Prada, and lots more. Buy any frames and lenses and get a chance to win $2,000 cash. Get it now and pay nothing for 60 days with ready finance. Only at Quartz Optical, the largest and fastest growing optical chain in the Caribbean. Visit our website at www.optical.com to book your appointment today. Offer ends November 24th, 2019.
And now for a second look at the headlines. Medicinal Cannabis Cultivation Company launches here today. Grenada Public Sector Unions turned down the government's 4% wage increase offer. Rights group Amnesty International alleges extrajudicial killings in Bangladesh as part of the government's war on drugs. And in sports, Vinci Heath defeats Nicaragua to remain at the top of Group D in the CONCACAF Nations League. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Bhavin Oliver. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in to SVG-TV's News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting. For people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They call General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Ready Cash is having the biggest cash loan sale of the year. Interest rate slashed by over 20% just in time for your Black Friday and Christmas shopping. Unbelievable rates and hassle-free service. It's our biggest loan sale of the year just for you. And that's not all. No security required. Get cash within 24 hours or apply online at readyfinancecaribbean.com. Dare to compare? Act now. Offer ends November 29th. Courts Ready Cash. We are ready when you are.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
A vast cross-section of Vincentian consumers decry the abuse they experience from businesses, be it banks' imposition of user fees, utility companies, internet, cable, funeral services, supermarkets, and more. Are these fees justified, or are Vincentians being overcharged? Who, if anyone, is looking out for the consumer's needs? What protections are in place to facilitate improvement and redress? Is customer service in SVG a priority? Join our live program, The Viewpoint, on Sunday, November 17th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on SVG-TV and Magic 103.7. Or view our live Facebook stream on SVG-TV News and be a part of the discussion by calling the hotline 458-0088 or WhatsApp 530-8962. Moderator, Mr. Ronnie Daniel. Panel, Mr. Nathaniel Williams, former Director of Trade. Mr. Anthony Regisford, Executive Director of the SVG Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Mr. Rommel Currency, Officer 2 in the Ministry of Trade. Sponsors, General and Maritime Agency, Joseph da Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home, the Cruise Ship Terminal, Sol SVG Limited, LA Unique Upholstery, Panfair SVG, and Supreme Trading. The Viewpoint, sharing our thoughts, speaking our truth.
Hey, what are you doing? You can't mix white with colors.
I'm sorry.